unlikely hero. The genre is a 3D sci-fi puzzle-based game. What makes it great is the unique balance between the time mechanic, which is ever decreasing as the ship reaches its impending doom, and the natural puzzle-based mechanics that we're going to be putting into play. Now, as the player completes puzzles, they will gain more time as they are fixing ship's components, but the time is ever decreasing. What is the player doing? The player is a cleaner bot, so naturally their job is to collect trash within the ship. This trash, however, leads the cleaner bot to a better understanding of the ship's crew as well as the ship itself. These and other clues will lead the player and the cleaner bot to realizations about the many problems within the ship and how to fix the puzzles within the ship itself. The overall goals. First and foremost, the character needs to gather information via the trash components around the ship, and also some of the components themselves of the ship, which will have information on them. Solve the ship's hazards and problems. This is fundamental as it leads the player to gather more time to save the ship and all of its inhabitants. And finally, to save the ship itself before the time runs out. Rules of the game. Very simply, we want the player to explore, we want them to see and enjoy the environment. We want them to be careful. There are going to be hazards within the ship because the ship has come under duress. We want them to solve the puzzles and problems within the ship and remove those hazards so that they can move forward. And we want them to get a sense of impending doom, and we want them to hurry to beat that clock. Biggest risks? The character development itself is going to be one of the largest risks. None of the students here have had, to our knowledge, or at least in the classes, we haven't had any experience with character rigging. So developing a natural character for this little robot will be quite a challenge, but I'm sure we can overcome that. Camera use, going to be something that we're going to have to test. What a good follow camera is definitely going to be needed, as well as potentially other cameras to get the right scenes and change-ups within the game itself. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your consideration.